Hey, man, this guy's going to be unbelievable. But the more I watch him play, he just catches your eye. You know what I mean? Like you're like, man, that dude can actually play a little hoops. So you get a little bit down. Now, Grizzlies, they're back in the grindhouse. They need a big win. The grindhouse is always bumping. It always is bumping. What do you expect going forward right now?
Well, they got six of the next seven at home, and that long road game is at Detroit on Sunday, so they have an opportunity to stack some wins here. And you got a 76ers team that you don't have James Harden. Joel Embiid has been out, but he's back. But they're not playing well at all, man. Not really scoring. Only scored 85 points in their last game. I think that's a game that the Grizzlies should win. And again, man, 6 or 7 on the home floor. You do have a tough one. I think the Bucks are in there. I think there's maybe one other tough game. But I mean, this is a game you should win six. I would say go 6-1. This is an opportunity for them to win. They'll be favored in most of those games, and you get Detroit twice in that stretch. You got them at home and on the road on Sunday. So
Detroit, though, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I appreciate like you're right on everything that you said. You got the 76ers at home. You go to Detroit, then you got Miami, Oklahoma City, Detroit, Atlanta, and the Bucks.
They make you work. I heard you getting ready to say they're not. It's
Yup.
not an easy out against them. They
No, it's
lose a
not.
lot of games. They lose a lot of games, but they're in a lot of games. Because I watched them. Who was they playing? They were playing the other night. God, I can't remember who that was. And they went. It was on the road,
The
man.
Knicks,
They went in there.
when they went
and
in New York, beat them up.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
no, they
beat 'em
lost
up
the
pretty
Knicks,
good.
but yeah, they beat them up.
It
But they beat up the Jazz, if I remember
It was the
correctly.
Jazz. That's the game it was. Yeah, it was Utah. Because I might have had a little coin on that one.
Oh,
I'm not
nice.
gonna say that, but that I had Utah winning that game on the money line, so that's kind of why that one stood out to me. But they went in there and put a whooping on them, and they can score. They got a lot of nice young pieces on that team. That team is not far off. I mean, like I said, they've only won 5 games. They lose a lot of those games, but if you come in there and don't really show up, they can beat.
Yeah, they can. And the one thing that kind of like scares me is that they are young and they're hungry. Like Bagley's playing a lot better than I expected him when he was drafted out
Yeah,
of
he
Duke.
looked good.
You got, of course, Jaden Ivey, who's now. I mean, like I don't even understand this. Purdue seems like they're a better basketball team without him, but he is a baller shot caller. I really like this team. And what is it, Bohan Bogdanovic?
Yeah,
Like,
and Cunningham is not even playing right now, and he might be their best player. So that lets you know, man, how well that they. I mean, they got a lot of good young pieces. That team in the next couple of years is going to be a playoff team. There's no doubt about that, man. They're on the rise. Kind of reminds you of the Grizzlies those first couple of years. They're fighting, man, and I think again, like you said, they're going to come out and give you a tough game. They're not going to lay down just because their record's 5-14, whatever it is, man. They're going to play hard, and you got to play well to beat that team.
yeah, you are. Now the Grizzlies, I'm excited about them getting back in the grindhouse. A lot of games down at FedEx Forum. We're gonna have a lot of parties here in Memphis. December is gonna be bumping. Santa Claus is coming to town. But the Memphis Grizzlies are awesome. But the Memphis Tigers, they used to be the team of the town. I like the Tigers. I love them. I want to see the Lawsons. Like I want to see Chandler and Jonathan actually do well on the court. I want to see Jaden Hardaway play actually good basketball. Kendrick Davis is the baller. Dre Williams. The one thing though, when I watch this basketball team, and I know what we have coming in next year, is this the first year that Penny's been here and there's been no smoke?
Yeah, man, it's definitely different. I mean, covering this team over the years and living in the city pretty much all my life, this is probably outside of maybe those Tubby years. This is probably the least excitement that I've seen for a Tiger basketball team, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Number one, they don't have these high-level freshmen that they usually have on these teams, so that kind of for some excitement there. But in the team, it's not aesthetically pleasing the way they play. They don't make a lot of shots. It's more of a defensive-oriented team. They want to get the game, buck the game up, get it ugly, so it's not really fun to watch either, even though I think this team could possibly end up being as good as last year's team in hindsight.
Do you
it's
really
just not
believe?
pretty
No,
to watch.
now it's easy to say that. My question is though, do you actually believe that? Because I've kind of almost talked myself into saying these same things. Oh, this is a more veteran team. Oh, look at the season started off. It's not as bad as it was started in the years past. There's not as much smoke. There's not as much flair. But do you actually believe that they could be as good as last year's team, who took the Zags basically all the way up into that like final 5 minutes before Drew Timmy put it in our face?
Well, what I say is good. I don't know, like if you say you matched up last year's team with this one, I think last year's team would probably win. But I think
Smoke them actually.
just because of the way the schedule sets up, they have a tougher non-conference schedule this season. I just think, and I think that the AAC is going to be down even more. I think Houston might even be better than they were last year, but I think the rest of the conference is going to be down. I think that they could possibly get to the same place. I think they could make it to a second game in the NCAA tournament. I think they're going to the tournament. If you match them up, I definitely think last year's team would win, but I just think they can get to the same place in the end that last year's team do. I think they could get to the second round and lose a game. I just think it depends on. It's all about matchups. It just depends on who they end up matching up with. But I feel like this team, like I said, they need Mario Franklin. It seems like
they need
that.
somebody that can shoot because I thought Keontae Kennedy was going to be able to do it. Hardaway, by the way, like, let's be real. Every time he has the ball in his hand and he starts to drive, I just want to throw up. There's just a lot of things that I watch when I watch this basketball team that makes me kind of sick to my stomach. And they got Ole Miss. By the way, Ole Miss doesn't have a bunch of pros. They don't have a bunch of guys who are going to be drafted. They have a great college basketball team that just went on a nice run during the holidays. A little, what was it? Thanksgiving? What did they call that? Turkey Fest?
Feast week.
Yeah.
Feast week. A little feast week.
Yeah.
They had a little feast week action going on. They look good. They're coming to the Mid-South. It's going to be down at the Forum. It's going to be nasty. I'm scared of them. What do you think about the Tigers' chances?
Man, it's a big game.
It's a big game.
When you look at those four remaining those SEC games, you got Texas A&M at home, you got Ole Miss at home, you're at Alabama, and you got Auburn on a neutral down in Atlanta. They need to find a way to win two of those games. And the easiest ones of those four are obviously the ones at home, Ole Miss and Texas A&M. Texas A&M was ranked, but they've been a bit of a disappointment. They really need to win those games. If they go 2-2, you can go in conference and feel pretty good about where you are as far as your NCAA tournament prospects. But if you go anything less than that, then you go into conference thinking there's still work to do. The Ole Miss is going to be tough. Like you said, man, that team's playing really well. Don't have any pros on it, but they play really well as a team. And they're coming into FedEx Forum. With the Tigers, the problem with them is they're so dependent on Kendrick Davis to score. They just don't have the guys score. When everybody else touches the ball, they just got to pass it around like a hot potato. Nobody wants to really shoot the basketball. They're just kind of standing around watching and waiting for Kendrick Davis to bail them out, and that's why they need Mario Franklin. Mario Franklin is not necessarily a perimeter shooter, so he's not really going to solve that, but he's another guy that can create and get a bucket. And right now, Kendrick Davis is really the only guy they have on the team that can do that. And it just puts so much pressure on him, and it's crazy because he's basically out there on one leg. He's banged up.
Yeah, he's
I don't
bald.
even know.
I didn't even know how he was going to play. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I don't even know how he's getting through this, man, because you watch him, he goes to the sideline, he's just going down there just falling to the floor when he gets out of the game. You see him come back in and doing these amazing things. I'm like, how is he even doing this? How is he even standing up right now? So they need somebody to take the pressure off him. They kind of thought Mario Franklin might get cleared for the game last night. That didn't happen, but they're expecting to hear something later this week. So hopefully they can get him on the court, man, because he's a guy that averaged 17 points last year. He can create off the dribble, get to the basket, and they just need somebody else that can do that. And he can definitely score and get buckets. Not really a three-point shooter, but they're really not going to be able to solve that. He's not going to solve that issue, but he gets another guy that can create outside of Kendrick Davis to kind of take some pressure off him. But that Ole Miss game is big, man. I think it's a game that they need to win. It's not going to be easy at all, but hopefully they can do enough on the defensive end to kind of hold teams down to where they can score enough. I mean, that's how they're going to have to win games on the defensive end, because they're not going to outscore anybody, not any good teams anyway.
All right, now I would love to talk with you all day long. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works here. I got to pay the bills, play a little commercials. Follow Isaac at Isaac_NBA. That's at Isaac__NBA. Listen to him every single Thursday at 11:30. Isaac, I know you have to be a little giddy. Your Cowboys won on Thanksgiving. They didn't cover, by the way, but they did win. They're a 10.5-point favorite over the Colts. Is Jeff Saturday, Sunday, and Monday going to fall big time? Are the Cowboys going to cover this Sunday night?
You're right, man. I'm feeling really good about my Cowboys right now, man. You see the upcoming schedule. You got the Colts this week. You got the Texans next week, and they're at Jacksonville the week after that. I'm actually going down to Jacksonville for that game.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we'll be in the house in Duval County, man. We'll be in the house, as they say down there. But yeah, man, you're feeling good, man. You got these three games where you'll be heavily favored going into that Christmas Eve matchup with the Eagles. You win three of these games. I'm hoping the Titans can go up to Philly, man, and take care of business and get that extra loss on them. So Cowboys go 3-0. You go in that game with a chance to tie for the division lead, man. That's kind of what I'm hoping. But as far as the Colts, it's you hate to take anybody for granted, because the minute I say, oh, well, they're going to go in there and kill the Colts, anyway, it's going to end up being a close game, or you get upset. That's the thing about the Cowboys. It's weird. You can never really fully
trust them. It's
yeah,
been, 26 years since
like,
y'all been to the big game.
Yeah, like I know. Like they'll play really well for a couple of weeks, and then as soon as you think everything's going great, they'll have a dud and they'll go lose to the Colts. So I don't think that's going to happen. I just think you look at that Colts team, and I think that pass rush is just going to be all over Matt Ryan. I mean, he can't move in the pocket. He's like a statue back there, and I just think they're going to tee off on him. I just think it's going to be hard because you watch that Colts offense, man. It's like pulling teeth. Like I've never seen a team. I tweeted this out after their game on the other night. I've never seen a team you 3rd and 14 and you're throwing 6-yard outs. Like I'm like, what are you doing? You got to at least try to get to the 6. I like they don't have any downfield ability at all. Like they have these short plays, and I just think that's a recipe for disaster against that pass rush. I think Cowboys are going to be able to tee off on Matt Ryan. I think they're going to make it tough for him. I think they'll probably turn the ball over a couple times.
Dude, Matt Ryan is a turnover king.
Yeah, I definitely can see some turnovers coming. And I think the line last time I saw was 11. I think the Cowboys cover.
I'm with you.
I do think they cover.
I think Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, if he plays, will absolutely smoke on a little Matt Ryan. Enjoy your weekend. It's December. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. And we'll be talking to you next Thursday. Follow Isaac at Isaac_NBA. Plug away, son.
Yeah, man. Definitely check me out at Isaac_NBA or go over to @Ethos Grizzlies. Check us out over there. Check our podcast out, man. We're always we're bringing stuff out, man. New podcast, man. Breaking everything down for your Memphis Grizzlies. Also, check out @TigerSportsReport.com for all your Memphis Tiger information. And, man, that's it, man. Just check me out on all those. I'm always on Twitter. Man.
Always on Twitter.
Engaging. So, man, check me out there, man. Other than that, man, thank you. I'll talk to you next week.
Hey, talk to you next week. By the way, did you know, Jay, I live vicariously through Isaac's Twitter? Like, I just follow him. By the way, you have to talk in the microphone. You have to turn it on.
I was just listening to you. I was just giving you the acknowledgement.
But when you speak back to me, by the way, and I don't hear you, you know that kind of freaks me out, right?
I was just trying to acknowledge you to give you the confidence to keep going.
Oh,
we need to go to a break.
I'm going to take a break because I'm late for it. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. It is a beautiful Thursday, 77 degrees on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry: Honda mowers, trimmers, and generators, Steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, Echo trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws, plus quality products from Red Mat and Shindawa. And they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
The season has changed. You know how I know? It's finally here, the Family Leisure Christmas Sale. Excellent deals on pool tables, shuffleboards, and saunas. Oh, we're just beginning. Tired and sore from shopping? Check out the huge selection in stock of hot tubs and massage chairs. Oh, and you can surprise the kids with the best stuff, like a new arcade, a game table, even a play gym. Gifts for the whole family to enjoy and enjoy together. Also on sale, theater seating, outdoor kitchens and grills, patio furniture, and fire pits. Merry Christmas from our family to yours. That's Family Leisure of Memphis. Every year we wait. They always deliver. They've done it again. The Family Leisure Christmas Sale is happening at I-40 and Whitten Road. That's 2120 Whitten Road to be exact. That's the place of shopping heaven. Family Leisure, where family and fun all come together.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Have you been looking for a cigar lounge that's laid back and offers style and a full bar and a great selection of cigars? Now let me tell you about the G-Spot Cigar Lounge, Memphis' premier cigar lounge offering a wide selection of cigars, open 7 days a week starting at 12 noon for your smoking pleasure. Come kick back, enjoy a beer or a cocktail and a cigar while watching sports on one of their several TVs. G-Spot Cigar Lounge on Instagram and Facebook at the G-Spot Memphis, located at 6135 Mount Moriah Road, Suite 116. Jenkins Floors and More in Hernando is growing, and they've only been around for 5 years. Choose from hundreds of choices of wood, tile, vinyl, and carpet. Timmy, the owner, gets calls from people everywhere and can sometimes save them up to 50% on wood, tile, vinyl, and carpets. Jenkins meets all your needs from renovations to home building to installation. Enjoy buying excellent quality products at awesome prices. They're all about customer service at Jenkins Floors and More in Hernando. Call 662-469-9350.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's hanging out with me. We just talked with Isaac Simpson. If you're a Grizzlies fan, man, check out Ethos Grizzlies. Do you like the Grizzlies, Jay?
Yeah, I like the Grizzlies.
You know what? I just realized something. You are what kind of cold medicine are you on?
Mucinex.
Seems like it's actually some good stuff.
Yeah.
You haven't been talking to the mic today.
It has me bouncing off the walls a little bit in a certain respect.
You're jittery. You're standing for once.
Oh, yeah, no. Yesterday I was pacing around. Yesterday I had some caffeine with it, and I was, like, pacing around. I brought these aren't sponsors, but I brought some Fritos because, like, I need something to soak up the medicine if I get too jittery, you know what I mean? If I get a little too, like, going a little bit, I need something to soak up the medicine. So
I have a feeling that there are people driving down the road right now. And by the way, if you're driving down the road and you're listening to me, you're a beautiful person.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm congested.
Jay doesn't sound that good today.
I don't sound
But,
normal.
Can I tell you something? You can breathe, right?
Barely.
Can you smell me?
No, I can't smell anything. I actually can't taste anything either. I don't have COVID.
You don't have the vid? How do you know you don't have the vid? Did you take a test?
I did.
Did you really?
Yeah. I've got family at the house, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have COVID to infect anybody else.
Do you know that you talk about the vid the way we talked about HIV when I was like...
I don't have HIV either. I took a test for that, too.
You did?
I was clear for both.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah, a lot of suppositories with the HIV test.
That is Jay Morgan Harder. Follow him at Jay Morgan Harder on the Twitter.
We got a great text, John.
Oh, we do. I'm so glad you read the text.
901 Steve made. I don't know if we made a.
He got high on Vicks.
I don't know if we made a Hollywood Squares reference, but he did, and he said Paul Lynde for the win, and Paul Lynde is a legend. You know Paul Lynde, John?
Jay is on TV.
He's an old comedian.
I know.
And he was on Hollywood Squares.
I know Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson was on TV too, but Paul Lynde was a panelist on Hollywood Squares, and It's great, good stuff, man.
I've never watched Hollywood Squares.
Oh, not even the new one?
I watched
With Whoopi?
Supermarket Sweep when I was
Love
a kid.
Supermarket Sweep. That's what we like to hear, John.
Dude, I did watch that. And you know what? I think they were in a Publix. They weren't in a sorry
No, they
Kroger.
weren't in a
Like,
Kroger.
I mean,
They had the blow-up dolls. They had the Jolly Green Giant blow-up doll.
how come you never saw anybody just run down an aisle with their arm out? And like just like did
clothesline
it
somebody?
ever matter like if the stuff landed on the floor? No.
You gotta get the jelly beans for free money. You go
Like,
to the jelly bean station.
Man, I'm just telling
or
you.
the coffee
I
bean
would have
station.
won Supermarket Sweep every single
God, I
time.
love Supermarket Sweep. And then the big sweep, you always got to go get the big hams.
You got to get the big hams. The
Because the
hams,
hams cost
like, per
the most.
pound.
Yeah,
they
that's
cost,
right.
You know it? I mean, it's all about like.
So we know how to play. We'd be good at Supermarket
I'm
Sweep.
telling you, man. I didn't even realize we'd be this good. We're pretty good on the radio sometimes, I think.
So we'd be good game show contestants.
We'd be
too.
great. If you're a game show, give us a call. Text us at 901-360-8255. On the other side, though, if you're an Ole Miss fan,
You're gonna
be so excited. This Saturday we have Ole Miss in Memphis. We're gonna start the broadcast right here at 6:00. They tip at 6:30. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You sure?
You said the pregame starts at 6:30. That's what you said earlier.
I did say the pregame started at 6.
6:30?
No, 6.
No, I think it starts at 6:30.
No, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you know this, but I do the schedule.
Oh, Ole Miss.
Yeah,
I
Ole
thought we were
Miss
talking
Memphis.
about football, to be honest.
Oh my goodness! Tonight, you thought we were talking
John,
about
I'm
Thursday.
on a lot of
Stay
cool
off.
medicine.
Leave me alone. You're not allowed to talk anymore the rest of the day.
I'm done.
Because on the other side, we've got Evie Van Pelt. We're going to talk about Lane Kiffin. We're going to talk about the Ole Miss Rebels. We're going to talk a little bit about the Egg Bowl. Sadly, that was painful. Do you think it's going to be rude if I say to Evie, "Dude, how do you use 2 timeouts to come up with a crummy play?"
She's a journalist. She's down the middle. She'll tell you what she thinks.
All right, man. And by the way, she is a former Aggie. Can't believe Texas A&M beat LSU still.
Gig 'em.
Like, am I in an alternate universe?
So she doesn't like Texas Tech then. She hates Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's where you went to school. That's why she doesn't DM you ever.
Yeah, or tell me all the information she
Or
tells
give,
you.
yeah. Well, dude, I don't know if you know this, but whose name's on the show?
It's your name.
That's right. Who's the best part of the show?
It's you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. By the way, I'll buy your cold medicine on the other side. Don't you dare touch the dial. It's Evie Van Pelt. We're talking Rebels on Sports 56. Don't forget it's 77 degrees and 98.5 FM.
Starts playing different tunes. I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
I'm Brian Elder. Depending on how long you've been around, you've likely known my name for 30 years. Perhaps for my 20 years as the morning show on Kix 106 as the Young and Elder Show, or my 15 years at Brian Elder Roofing. So obviously, my reputation means everything to me. One terrible customer experience could tarnish a third of a century of goodwill. My reputation for quality and strong relationships is our main focus. We're the highest certification, a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning. If you have a business or a commercial building, we're the highest certification for warranties with GAF and Mulehide products. We don't come at you in sales mode. If you got a problem, sometimes the solution is just to fix the problem. Call me right now. I'll come out and see you today. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hi, everybody. Greg Gaston for FanDuel. Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlays, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events that let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code GASMAN so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code GASMAN. Must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit is required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
When you see a City of Memphis service vehicle such as solid waste or code enforcement, slow down, yield, or move over. You can help save a life. Move over, Memphis. Let's help keep them safe.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios, grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers, everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. It is a beautiful Thursday in the Mid-South. There's a little inside joke. 77 degrees, by the way, Jay. I know you like that.
Not an inside joke. It's radio, John. Time and temp.
That's right. Time and temp. Jam 1, right? Do you even know what Jam 1 is?
12:07. Yeah, you just told me what it was.
Oh, I did. That's right. I did during the break. By the way, it's time to talk a little bit of Ole Miss Rebels. We are the home of Ole Miss here in the Mid-South. You can hear the Rebels play Memphis. 6 p.m. is the broadcast this weekend. Big game, man. We got Kermit Davis bringing his team in.
I love Kermit.
Hot after feast week.
I love Kermit. I like this Rebels team. He's got an exciting team. I'm so excited to see.
Got a bunch of good college hoopers. Is the way I like to put it.
Good
like
players.
He doesn't have a Jalen Duren. He doesn't have He definitely doesn't have a Carmelo Anthony. He doesn't have somebody that's just going to take everything over. What he does is have about 8 good basketball players.
And some of his best returners aren't even back yet.
I'm scared. Memphis, what are we excited about? They beat North Alabama, right?
UNA. And Ken Pomeroy says Memphis is 7-point favorites against Ole Miss on Saturday.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm about to bet my whole children's Christmas.
Well, we'll see if that the line is. But
I got to ask Ole Miss Evie, first of all. Like, how ready is this Rebels team this weekend? Evie, by the way, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. How are you doing, dear?
I did. I had a great Thanksgiving. How about you?
Oh, I did. Only one heart attack during Thanksgiving. So,
good. Okay. Only
just
one.
The one.
That's
just
good.
one. Just one. So keep our fingers crossed. Hope Christmas goes just as well. But for real, everything's been crazy down there. Have you got your head on straight? The Rebels have rehired Lane, kept Lane, not rehired him, but extended him, gave him a fat pay, like a big raise. Feel good to get a raise like that, wouldn't it?
Man, if I could get a $2.5 million a year raise or however much it was, I'd feel pretty special.
Dude, I would too, Evie. Oh my goodness, I would feel loved. But the thing
is, I could make that, not even a raise, just give me $2.5 million. Yeah, I'd be happy with just his raise.
I would be
alone.
too. I would
Yeah.
be too. By the way, this is the wonderful, the beautiful Evie Van Pelt. Follow her at Ole Miss Evie. And don't forget to follow at The Rebel Walk on the Twitter. Go to therebelwalk.com. Check out all your information. If you care about the Rebels, they're your number one sports information department. They got you covered head to toe. Now, we're going to talk football and we're going to talk a little basketball. Evie, Lane got his big raise. Are you, I mean, you never ever really believed, I think, Lane was actually going to leave Ole Miss. Can you tell the people actually why, though?
Yeah, it's funny. I was looking at it. Other than Brett Norsworthy of your station, I think really and truly, like we were some of the only people who thought he would stay. Now, for me, I think that maybe it's because I'm a female and I'm a mom. I don't know, but I think Lane. What really struck me was the thought that Lane's daughter moved all the way from California to move to Oxford to go to high school for her senior season and live with her daddy. And I just couldn't see Lane pulling the rug out from underneath his eldest child, stepping up and taking the Auburn job and being introduced the Monday after the Egg Bowl as the head coach of Auburn. I just couldn't see, and daughter left there with half a year of her senior year, and from all accounts, his son Knox is going to be moving to Oxford to go to Oxford High School in the fall. He's a football player, quarterback. I just couldn't see Lane uprooting them.
Now I have never brought this to air, but these are the type of things that, and I don't think you actually took this to air either. A lot of people don't see that, the introspective person, the actual person that you're talking about. They just think, more money, more NIL money, better job in their minds. Listening to Hugh Freeze, my other place, I just feel like I got to step up. Listening to him, he almost made it sound like Ole Miss was almost like a hand-me-down job, like when he just left Liberty, basically, which was crazy.
Yeah, he really did, especially since Ole Miss gave him his opportunity. He coached twice. He was there once before he was the head coach. And I just feel like it was a little ungrateful. And, the way he, for listeners who maybe don't know or didn't hear you talking about it, basically his comment was he feels like he has leapfrogged, was his word, where he was at Ole Miss, and that Auburn is one of the top 10 programs in the country. So, the implication there being that this is such a step up, which is ironic to me, since he's making $6.5 million by all accounts at Auburn, and we're paying Lane $9+ million, and Ole Miss now has over $10 million in its NIL fund, new facilities upgrades being planned. So, to me, to say that, it was a bit of a slap in the face. And I really loved Lane's reaction on Twitter to Hugh's comments.
I just love the fact that I don't even have to tell you what we're going to talk about. You know exactly where I'm going. You know exactly where I'm going. And that's the other thing. Is this something that's going to, Lane's going to feast on? Is this going to be a little bit of a rivalry? They're both in the West. Auburn, Ole Miss, they play each other. This year's game was not all that exciting, but my goodness, I think it's going to get a little bit heated.
I think it is too. And to be honest, I feel like there are coaches that Lane plays with. He's playful about, Nick Saban, being the GOAT. He's playful, Sam Pittman. He's playful with, I think there are coaches out there.
Now, he doesn't like your coach. Your former alma mater's coach.
I was going to say, that's what I was going to say. There's two coaches out there in college football that I think Lane Kiffin does not have fond feelings for, and that would be one, as you say, Jimbo Fisher, and two, Hugh Freeze. So I think that that's going to be very interesting. I think that probably some things went down in the whole Auburn coaching search. I'm not sure, but I definitely detected a tone of Hugh Freeze is not Lane Kiffin's favorite. And I apologize if I'm putting words into Lane Kiffin's mouth, but his tweet,
I was going to say,
listeners,
you don't have to put anything in Lane's mouth. Everybody always does reckless speculation, which I like to do right here. Is like a little thing that I do. And it's not reckless because Lane basically wears his feelings on his sleeve.
Yes, he does. And, for him for him to basically come out and say, well, hey, you can't even respond because Auburn's not letting you run your own Twitter, which that was Lane's tweet.
I ain't gonna lie to
early
you. That's the
yesterday
funniest
morning.
thing I've seen in a while.
We put out an article and I described it. It's like, Lane gives master class lessons on trolling. And I just think that Hugh Freeze would probably be wise to just let that go because I don't think anybody's winning a Twitter battle with Lane.
I am so
he's
right there
pretty
with
funny.
you. Oh my gosh, he is absolutely hilarious. Man, I could talk Ole Miss football with you forever and a day, but I do have to get to the Ole Miss Memphis game. Kermit Davis, again, we've talked about Lane Kiffin. He is beloved and he should be, and he's getting paid to be there, and he's going to be there. And by the way, again, you talking about his daughter coming to stay with him and going to school there. Amazing inside info. But, man, Kermit Davis is just quietly putting together a powerhouse. He had a great recruiting. Like, next year's team going to be extremely strong. He's got this year's team. You don't have a bunch of pros. What he does, though, is have a bunch of kids that play together, and they're really good college athletes.
Right. And I think that, it's interesting. We've been watching them. They're 6-1 right now. I think that is the best start in the Kermit Davis era. I think that's the best start since Andy Kennedy's 2013-2014 team. So this is just nothing to sneeze at. And, he's doing it without Deshaun Ruffin, who's been out with an injury, and we're hoping we'll have him back soon. But I think you've seen some really key pieces that he has brought in. Amari Abram, I mean, my goodness, co-freshman of the week, I believe, in the SEC. So he's got some really talented kids that are filling some big areas of need. So it's going to be really fun to watch them, and especially when Deshaun gets back.
Man, what do you think about this Saturday? When he comes back and everything's going to be nasty, but what do you think about this Saturday? How do they match up to Memphis?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think I still might need to see just a little bit more of them just to kind of see how they're gonna respond. As you mentioned, I believe Memphis is a favorite. That doesn't surprise me. I think that Ole Miss is.
Are they a favorite though because it's the name and the brand?
Right. That's kind of what I think too. I think that that's a lot of it. And let's face it, Ole Miss hasn't done very well the last few years. So I think that people are going to get a glimpse of this team. And I listened the other day when they were in the ESPN tournament where they lost, barely lost to Oklahoma.
But they went on a nice run.
They did, and I don't know if you were listening, but old Dickie Vitale had the call on the game, and I mean, you could just tell. It seemed to me as the game went on that he was kind of surprised, like he had absolutely zero idea that this team was, coming and was going to look like it did, and that Amari Abram was going to be so impressive.
Yeah, Abram's been tearing it up. But the thing is this team, is it Kermit Davis? Is it the collective? Is it the guys that he brings in? Why does this team always seem that, they're always playing tough defense? They're trying to get the ball to the rack. They're getting to the free throw line. They're making smart basketball decisions. Is it just basically him?
I think it's him, but again, I think it's him. I think it's the system he runs, but I also think, again, some of those players that he brought in to do specific things. Miles Burns, the senior that came in from Loyola, New Orleans, Javius McInnes. I think he had some specific areas of need. I think rebounding has been a huge area of need. I've seen a much more aggressive attack there on both offensive and defensive boards. And so I just think that, steals, we've had more steals. I just think that there is a more aggressive mentality, but I think it's that Kermit is a great coach, but he's also kind of getting the pieces now together that he needs to be able to do what he wants to do.
Where does Kermit Davis, by the way, we talk about Lane Kiffin being a excellent person that's in the portal. Like, he's always in the portal. I mean, at least, since it's opened up, he's been a master of that. What is Kermit Davis a master at?
Well, I think right now you really can't argue with some of the portal pieces that he's brought in. Another one that he brought in was Theo Akuba. and he is a forward. He has been outstanding. He was a defensive All-American in 2021, where he was, and so I think at Louisiana. So
He's in there blocking shots.
Yes, yes. So I think that, to me, what I'm really impressed with is we're seeing some better shot making, shot taking, I guess I should say, that leads to shot making. But also, I just really think he's brought in some pieces. It's like we used to say with Kiffin, and he identified those areas of need so well and went after them and got them. All those pieces that he got that have contributed. And I really think that we're seeing that with Kermit's team this year.
What do you think? Like when they're down low, like I know that you probably are a little bit worried about, Dre Williams. He's been pretty good for, Memphis. But Bakefield, big body, guy who can down there and bang. Do you think they're going to match up?
Yeah, I think so. I'm a big Brakefield fan. I think he's been really impressive to me. Another player who we like to, I have a real basketball expert on my staff, TJ Oxley, who covers them, and he feels like Robert Allen is kind of the glue.
That's
of the team.
my man Jay's been talking about him.
I love Robert Allen. I love him.
Dude, he needs to play more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, he does, and we may see that as things go along, but I just feel like that guy is the glue, and when you need a spark or something to happen, I really feel like he makes it happen, and I'm really glad to see him back and healthy.
Well, you make everything happen down in Oxford. I appreciate you coming on with me every single Thursday. I really do. I love listening to you talk. It gives me a nice little break at every afternoon on a Thursday. I hope everybody out there who loves the Ole Miss Rebels follows the Rebel Walk on Twitter. It's at the Rebel Walk. Very simple. You can go to therebelwalk.com right now. The Rebel Walk is your source for the Ole Miss Rebels sports information. Evie Van Pelt, she's the founder, she's the publisher, and she's the sweet lady who joins me every single Thursday. Evie, do me a favor. Plug away what you got coming down the pipe.
Oh, okay. Well, we will have all of the coverage of the Memphis game, as you mentioned, so stay tuned for that. We've got a great basketball staff covering that. We will, transfer portal opens up Monday where players can start signing, so that's going to be interesting. We'll keep people up to date on transfer portal happenings with football, and hopefully Lane Kiffin will emerge as the portal king again, so keep up at therebelwalk.com or at the Rebel Walk on Twitter.
Now, if that she is your source for all Rebel things, now I got to ask you about your alma mater. Last question: how did Texas A&M beat LSU?
It's so funny. After Ole Miss lost to LSU, and we were going to need to beat Alabama and then have LSU lose to either Arkansas or A&M, I kept telling people, I think A&M can do it. I think they can. And basically, I think I think their quarterback, Connor Weigman,
he looked pretty good for a young fella.
Yes, and they had Devin Achane back, and my gosh,
he ran roughshod on LSU.
He did. He had over 200 yards, and I feel like he could have phoned it in. Let's face it, you only have a few wins. He'd been out with injury, but I give it to him because he stepped up and decided he wanted to play and help his team. And so I think, A&M has a lot of talent, and I think that's where I was going with it is, they had all those 5 stars. Maybe they just started putting it together. Maybe LSU took them lightly, but during the game I was thinking, welcome to the SEC West, Brian Kelly. You think you got it figured out, and then there you go, and A&M jumps up and beats you.
Man, they didn't just jump up. They went, like, that fourth quarter especially. That defense was physical. They were fast. They were all over the place. And like you said, Achane, my goodness, 215 yards, 2 tutties. He was running like a madman, and they didn't mail it in. He's coming back next year. Jimbo Fisher had a very bad year. 5-7 is not good. 2-6 in the SEC. Again, their second win was against the SEC West champs in LSU, which is crazy.
They beat Miami. That's a big win.
Miami.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
That's Jay's favorite team, right?
I just think that the U is back to work. They weren't back this year. Maybe a year away from being a year away. They're getting there.
Okay. A year away from being a year away.
That's right.
Funny. I hadn't heard that, but yeah, I think that Jimbo has let go his offensive coordinator, So I think that was very much anticipated. So we'll see what happens there. But again, I think, to me, it is just life in the SEC West. I mean, you just literally never know.
Evie, I love talking with you. I'm glad Thursdays when they roll around. I hope you're blessed. Stay down there and enjoy Oxford. Congratulations on your win with your alma mater, but I know you're a Rebel at heart. And good luck this Saturday when the Rebels play Memphis. I don't even know who I'm pulling for.
Well, it's just for a good game.
That's all I want is a close game.
I'm pulling for the Rebels, but you're there. So
I think my money's going to be actually on the Rebels and the points.
I'm pulling for the Rebels too, Evie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay, Jay. Hotty-totty, Jay.
Hotty-totty. Evie, be blessed, my dear.
Thank you.
That is the one, the only. That is the wonderful Evie Van Pelt. I got to also tell you something. You know what's also almost as perfect as Evie? Almost, because you can't be as good as Evie. It's FanDuel. It's now. And by the way, did you know that now is also the perfect time to download the FanDuel America's number one sports book? Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. You heard that correctly. That's free bets back if your first bet does not win. All you have to do is sign up, but you must use the promo code HAPPY. And I'm going to tell you, FanDuel is awesome because they have everything from money line bets, spread bets, players props, futures. Also, my favorite thing, Jay, is what? Live betting. I love live bets. And the cool thing is, once you win, you don't have to wait around and get a check sent in the mail or anything like that. Bing, bang, boom. It's in your bank account in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. That's right. You get your winnings paid fast. And it's all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Sign up today with the promo code HAPPY. That's right, for your no-sweat first bet. That's promo code HAPPY. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, the official sports book partner of the NFL. You must be 21 and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions do apply. See the terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. Back in 2 shakes. We got a little Hardwood on Sports 56. It's 77 degrees in Memphis and 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports56 WHBQ.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Binswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 145 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Binswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Binswanger Glass in Midtown at 340 South Hollywood across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit binswingerglass.com. Binswanger Glass.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios. Grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers. Everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's hanging out with me. The one, the only Evie Van Pelt joined us in the last segment. We talked a lot of Ole Miss Rebels. Ole Miss plays Memphis this Saturday, December 3rd. I'm excited about it. Right here in Memphis down at FedEx Forum. I hope you got your tickets. You going to be at the game?
My folks have season tickets.
Actually,
but John, I'm not going to be there.
You know what's so sad?
You don't want to know why I'm not going to be there, John?
Why?
Because
you're
Vanderbilt
working.
and Ole Miss both play on our radio
Listen.
stations, and Bryant Dacus works for Memphis and goes and reports on the team. And so I am sequestered to the Sports 56 studios to work the game on the radio.
I don't know if you know this, but there's probably somebody right now who's listening to this going, jerks complaining about having a job.
Yeah, Kay, you know what? We would love to have you. We would love to have you. Come call John Harden. We would love to have you. If you love sports and are a degenerate gambler and can understand how to work these boards, you are perfect for the job. That's really all it takes, right? Degenerate gambling, understanding the technology.
I like funny people.
And be funny.
Like, kind of, the biggest thing is if you do have an interview with me, which is kind of crazy that I do interviews. Yeah, just make me laugh. If you make me laugh, it's kind of crazy. I'll hire you. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's
why it took you so long to hire me, because you were like, this kid, not funny.
It's like,
not funny.
No, you were funny looking.
That's right.
Funny.
And you're like, I'll take him.
Oh, it's like finally when
he's
you came
a
in, you took your hat
25-year-old
off.
kid that's bald.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
You know what? I think it's about time for us to get in hardwood. But first, I need to tell you something. Are you hungry?
Starving.
Is your stomach? I'm starving too.
Rumbling.
Can I tell you a little secret? When I leave here, do you want me to take you to lunch?
I just ate lunch. But
Oh,
yeah,
good.
no, I would love to go to
No,
lunch, John.
No, seriously.
No, John, let's go to lunch. Where are we going?
Central Barbecue.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, smoke is their sauce at Central Barbecue. Do you know, if you're listening to me, you can be at a Central Barbecue and 2 shakes of a lamb's tail because they have 4 great locations. Are you downtown? They got you covered, baby. Are you in Midtown? They got you covered on Central. Are you in a little bit of the North? They got you at Summer, baby. And guess what else? East Memphis. Right at here, Poplar. Right past a little interstate jaunt. Bing, bang, boom. Take a right on Ridgeway. Whoop. You're right there. Central Barbecue, where smoke is their sauce. Their barbecue nachos, their wings, their ribs, their pulled shoulder. Oh, my goodness. And you know what I love, by the way? When I'm being healthy, and I'm not even cheating, but when I get their smoked pulled chicken, it's like, that is straight fire. And if you want some more turkey, oh, they got it. And I guarantee you it's better than Granny's. Don't tell her, but it is better than Granny's. Go to Central Barbecue, and if you leave Memphis, or if you want to be nice during the holiday season, go to Eat CBQ. That's eatcbq.com. Bing, bang, boom. You can ship that barbecue anywhere in the world. Central Barbecue, where smoke is their sauce. Let's give the people some wood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Gross.
No. It's Hardwood. We're giving them wood.
Yeah, Access Hollywood.
No, it's Hardwood.
You know who hosts Access Hollywood now? He was in the parade.
Dude, you know I don't.
It's Mario Lopez, from not the Wonder Years. He was on
I have no idea, bro.
Yeah, you know what Mario Lopez was on.
I'm gonna Google him. Google. Who is Mario
on,
Lopez? I wish I could speak to Google.
Saved by the Bell, not the Wonder
yeah,
Years.
dude.
Yes.
He was he Zach?
Yes. Yeah.
Like the little blonde dude?
That's right.
He's actually got a TV
no,
show?
he was Slater.
Oh, Slater. Which one
AC
was Slater? Oh, not Screech, not Zach.
Not Screech, not
Oh,
Zach.
the guy that was very blasé.
Yeah, but he got all the women, right?
Yeah, he was a pimp. I do have to admit.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
by
Mario
the way, did you
Lopez.
know that the curly-headed girl that was on Saved by the Bell did a movie where she was like a stripper or something?
Is that right?
I think it was called Striptease, actually.
How about that?
901-360-8255.
If you know the name of it.
Her name, by the way, watch this. I can't remember who Mario Lopez is, but her name, I think it was Jessica.
In the show, you mean?
Or Jennifer. Or Jessie.
Her name in the show, you're saying?
Was Jessie, I think. Yeah. She was tall, curly-headed. She wasn't even cute in the show. She was like Screech's girlfriend.
Jessie Spano, Elizabeth Berkley.
Elizabeth Berkley.
That's right.
Man.
How about that?
All right, you need to get to a story.
You want to talk about Russell Wilson first?
Sure.
Russell Wilson
He
had
had
a birthday party.
Yeah, I know it.
A birthday party thrown by Sierra, his wife.
Showgirls. Sorry, thank you, Texter.
Showgirls was with Beyonce.
Are you sure?
No, that was not Showgirls. That was...
Dude, I'm thinking it was Showgirls now because I'm Googling it.
Showgirls probably the movie, but there's a movie with
It is
Beyonce.
Elizabeth Berkley. Showgirls, 1995.
How about that?
Man, I'm telling you one thing. Being a kid in the 90s was dope.
Mine like a steel trap. Russell Wilson had a birthday party thrown by his wife, Sierra.
It's Sierra, I
Used to be
believe.
married to Future. Sierra.
Yeah, and by the way, she said the best thing that she ever did
was
marry Russell Wilson. And, like, do you know what that makes me think to yourself? How is she a star?
Because she made a bad choice?
I mean, that's like the worst choice you've ever heard in your life.
Point is she threw a birthday party and only about half the Broncos team showed up for the party.
All right, so you're chilling in Denver, okay? It's a nice night. It's a Tuesday, right?
Who's reporting on this also?
I mean-
I'll tell you who's reporting on it. It's Mike Kliss.
Mike who?
Mike Kliss. He covers the Broncos for News 9 in Colorado. He went to Murray State. And he talks about the Broncos on 104.3 The Fan. But what kind of reporting is done where you know that only half the team showed up to Russell Wilson's party? That is hilarious, though. Objectively, it's hilarious. His team hates him. And we saw What's-His-Face come off the field and scream at him last week. Who was that player?
Are you talking about Purvis?
Purvis, that's right. The guy that came off the field. Is that his name, Purvis?
I don't know, man.
But the guy that came off the field and screamed at him?
Are you talking about the defensive player for the Broncos?
No, he was
Do you
off-
know that I was not listening to anything that you were saying just now?
Par for the course.
I'm sorry. I just sometimes listen, if you're listening,
You know what, John?
901-360-8255.
No. That is a good governor. So if you're not interested in the story, the listeners might not be either.
Yeah.
So let's move on to another story.
Good.
You ready? This is another story you're going to be interested in. Cocaine Bear.
Oh, hold up. Time out. Dude, I don't know if you know this. I saw the trailer. Listen, okay, you can go to my Twitter.
So let's
It's
explain
at
what
Johnny.
explain what Cocaine Bear is.
Let me just tell you what it is. I watched the trailer. I am excited. Like, who cares about the Grizzlies? There's a bear out there. That is a grizzly bear, right?
It's a grizzly bear.
He's a grizzly bear. By the way, this is just like such a great segue for sports.
Directed by Elizabeth Banks. This is Elizabeth Banks' movie. You know who Elizabeth Banks is?
The dopest producer since.
She's an actress. She's in a few episodes of 30 Rock. She's in...
Never seen her.
She's in the movie Pitch Perfect.
Never seen her. These are all shows I've never seen.
She's in Modern Family a little bit.
Never seen it.
She's in a bunch of stuff. She's a famous actress. You would recognize her. She's a good-looking actress.
What's her name?
She's in the movie Seabiscuit, I think. Elizabeth
I've
Banks.
never seen that either.
Elizabeth
But I know
Banks
it's
is her name.
Seabiscuit a horse.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, see, like, I actually know some TV.
She's in a few things. I think she's in Spider-Man 2. She's in...
Anyway, what is the point of your story?
She's in Wet Hot American Summer. Anyway, this is her movie, Cocaine Bear.
Oh, that's right. I love this bear.
The whole thing...
Hold on. I wanted to tell you with the trailer what I saw because you know a lot more about it. And I want you to tell me if I'm on point, okay?
Go ahead.
This is what I saw. And you can go to @Johnny_radio. I retweeted the Cocaine Bear. It was the first... What do you call that thing where you kind of tease a movie?
A teaser trailer.
It's a teaser trailer. Thank you. They put out this teaser trailer. And let me tell you something. All it made me want to do was go buy a ticket. I'm going to Malco. I'm watching it in the comfort of my cushions. Because did you know that they have like now these like seats that like...
The recline.
By the way, if
It's
you're like
awesome.
10 years old, how do you make out now?
Yeah, because there's the big... You're absolutely right. I think about this all the time, not with a woman because I don't see movies with other women, or any women for that matter. But But no, they have like the regular armchairs now, and you can't like put your arm around a girl.
Do it.
You can't like get close to somebody.
And you can't also, because the people are like sitting behind you can see, like you can't like just double up in a little chair. Especially,
well, it's also not big enough too. Either.
Yeah, it's not big enough. It's like literally a single size perfect chair.
Right.
It's like, actually, you know what it should be? It should be in every man's house.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have to worry about the dog jumping up on
it's
you.
A nice recliner.
Like, get out of the way. There's not enough room.
No, you're right. Those armrests are a problem.
Oh yeah. By the way, we were talking about Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. So give me the teaser
here's the
trailer.
teaser trailer. How did we get off? Why do you get me off course?
Keep going, John.
Okay, teaser trailer. So there's a bear, okay? And he's in the woods. And they're in Tennessee, man.
Yeah.
And did you know this is based on a true story?
1985.
This is 1985. By the way, do you know that living in the 80s was dope? Let me just tell you something.
But
Like,
it's a
you can't
fictionalized
do
version.
this.
It's a fictionalized version of a real story.
But you know what? The only thing that they're faking is like probably like the interactions in between. The bear is real.
well,
the cocaine is
he
real.
didn't continue getting high on cocaine.
Yes, he did. Yeah, dude, that's
Okay,
why he
keep
picked
going,
out.
keep going.
Let me just tell you something. Back in the 80s, everybody had coke in their pocket. And this bear, by the way, so all of a sudden there's a plane flying, and it drops a bunch of cocaine, okay? Well, people were supposed to pick up the cocaine.
They didn't.
And they didn't, and a bear found it, and he sniffed it because bears use their nose to find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, so the bear he like uses his paw, and he opens up the coke. And then all of a sudden, he snores a kilo of pure cut Colombian blow.
That's right.
Like, he gets high as Cooter Brown.
And goes on a bloody spree.
And then he goes and starts killing people for the cocaine in their pocket.
That's exactly
And all
right.
they got is like 20s and 40s, maybe a gram or two. But he is smoking these guys to get coke. And he was climbing up one tree to eat a kid who didn't have any blow on him, obviously, because you know what he did? He dropped off the tree and he ran up the other tree because there was a hippie with a bag of blow in his pocket. So the whole moral of the story is, kids, don't do drugs.
It's
a bear might eat you.
It's wild. It has a bunch of stars in it too. The movie's crazy. Like I said, Elizabeth Banks directs it. Kerry Russell's in it. Ice Cube's son is in it.
The Cube.
And the first I heard about it is this is Ray Liotta, who passed away earlier this year.
Rest in peace.
This is his last movie. This is Ray Liotta's last ever movie.
This is his swan song, brother.
It's Cocaine Bear.
Dude, it's probably going to be the greatest movie I've ever seen.
So
like Top Gun, Schnapp Gun.
The real story is not as bloody. He did not go. He just found some cocaine, and they found him wandering around and going crazy up in Knoxville.
Okay, listen.
But this story,
we don't need you to dampen our beautiful Thursday where it's 77 degrees.
I have been looking forward to this movie since the first day I heard about it. This is going to be the greatest movie of all time. John, you said it's going to get you back in the theater.
Dude, it's going to get me back in the theater. And again, the first movie I saw in 15 years was the Top Gun movie.
And now it's going to be Cocaine Bear.
It's also my willing...
You also got to see Mission Impossible 6, 7, whatever the one's coming out.
I've never seen a Mission Impossible.
You've never seen any Mission Impossible? Well, you know,
no,
in this one...
Tom Cruise in it.
He is.
And I saw the Top Gun, and I also saw Risky Business, people, okay?
And the trailer for this
one... By the way,
one,
he's not even a good dancer.
No,
Stop it, ladies.
And the trailer in this one, though, Tom Cruise jumps off a cliff in a motorcycle. Like, free falls off a cliff on a motorcycle, John. That doesn't get you excited? You're not listening.
I am actually listening, but you said something about going off the cliff, right?
On a motorcycle. That's what Tom Cruise does in the movie.
Oh, see, that's ridiculous. Like, nobody goes off a cliff. But did you see the base jumper yesterday? Didn't I show you the video?
Yeah, it was sad. No, I don't want to talk about this.
Dude jumped off of, like, a mountain, you know?
Yeah.
And let me just tell you something. His parachute didn't work. So he slams into the mountain. But guess what? His parachute did save his life. How?
Because it caught him.
It caught onto the side of a cliff.
So he didn't hit a rock.
Now, no, he did hit the rock. He was knocked out cold. By the way, can I just tell you
guy.
something? The fire department out wherever this dude was base jumping, pretty good fire. They got him down in 2 hours. Like, from the time he hit the wall.
FDNY.
Dude, like, I love the fire department.
You know, I didn't know what the FDNY stood for the longest time. I'm just an idiot. John, I've got...
Fire Department New York.
That's right.
You know what is it, STF or something?
STFU.
Don't say that.
I'm not going to say the words STFU. Then.
But I'm saying you know that.
Also, this is a great story. Speaking of curse words we can't say on the radio, did you hear? So there's a story of DK Metcalf complaining about a call to a referee. He was fined $30,000. He asked the ref, is that a pass interference? The ref goes, did I throw a flag? And then DK lost his mind on the ref and was fined $30,000.
Dude, I will tell you something. If you're a ref, don't talk back to him like you're his wife.
Exactly. Well,
that is the most disrespectful thing I've ever. That's
don't
how
be
my wife, that's how
don't
my
be
ex-wife
sarcastic.
used to talk to
Don't
me.
be sarcastic about it.
Did I throw a flag?
Exactly. That's
hey,
ridiculous.
baby, where's my socks?
Why did DK
In the
get
drawer.
upset? Maybe you can't be. You don't have to be sarcastic about it like that. Exactly. But meanwhile, what's the ref that?
By the way, what's the first thing? What's the biggest cause of divorce?
Marriage.
Man, you're on point today. Back to your story.
Well, Mark Stein is reporting that Spencer Dinwiddie earlier this year, Tony Brothers.
He lost his mind on Tony Brothers?
Because Tony Brothers called him a BAMF.
Whoa. That's like a compliment, I thought.
He called him no, not bad, a
B,
a
like
female
a woman?
dog.
Oh,
female
my gosh.
Dog. A
BAMF?
BAMF.
See, I thought it was bad.
A referee cannot say that. And Tony Brothers, it wasn't announced by the NBA because he was suspended with pay for one game. So basically, they gave him a vacation.
Dude.
But DK Metcalf argues with the ref and is fined $30,000. Aren't referees supposed to be like objective, like down the middle?
The world isn't fair, and you're just now realizing it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not just now realizing it, but it's crazy, isn't it? That
Yeah.
wasn't the story I was going to say.
By the way, this is a great segue. Why did your boy Jerry Stackhouse get thrown out the game last night? Did he get called a BAMF?
I don't know. He lost. He
lost his mind.
They don't have a video of what the ref said to him. I bet the ref said something to him.
He said something to him because what you're saying, by the way, I thought was a great segue to this story that you were trying to get me to.
He just started yelling "F you."
Yes.
He just started saying
and
"F
he
you."
pointed his finger
right at
when
him.
a man points his finger at you. Like honestly,
that guy said
the
something
F
to him.
word is not. Like, calling another person a bad word is probably not the nicest thing to do. Let's just be honest.
But people don't get what.
But
Jerry
let me just tell you
I've never
something.
seen Jerry Stackhouse riled up.
He's
like
a nice
that.
guy. That's what I'm trying to say.
He was provoked.
When you see another man who's pointing his finger at you and
To call
saying
you out.
MF, and they're just pointing at you and pointing at you and pointing, you know what that means? You stepped in some ish that you shouldn't have.
You did something.
You crossed the line, my man.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
And the call was.
Did
because-
Vanderbilt even win?
No, they lost.
I don't even remember.
So,
like,
the big kid for Vanderbilt dunked the ball and then tapped his head like you do sometimes, like
Yeah.
celebrating.
I tap my head all the time.
And they gave him a tech. And so
I know.
Jerry Stackhouse was upset about that, and then we don't see what the ref said. The ref said something to him, though, and he went off. The last story I was going to say, John, before I got on this tangent, we need to go to a break, is that Pepsi has an ad, and they want you to drink soda mixed with milk this holiday season.
Do you want to know something?
You don't drink soda.
Well, number one, I don't drink milk or soda, actually.
Oh.
I don't have milk in the house. When you make a scrambled
What
egg,
does Santa eat when he comes to your house?
man, I'll get some milk for Santa and
Milk and
stuff. Like, I'll
cookies?
buy milk if
No, Santa
it's
needs some eggnog.
necessary. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a milk guy.
Do you like nog?
No, I don't drink nog at all. I drink Tito's, brother. When
Dude,
life hands
what
me
does
lemons,
nog
I
have
just
in
make
it?
a lemon drop.
Nog in the Tito's? Nog has whiskey?
If you're making a Christmas nog, now I'll drink that. Yeah, they put I put Tito's in it. And by the way, that's where I was going. So, do you know what a White Russian is?
I do.
You have vodka, Tito's. You have Kahlua. You have what? Half and half or milk, depending on. I like half and half
2%.
personally. You're at 2%. Well, you could get the whole. What is it called? D.
Whole milk.
The whole milk. I called it the D. Isn't it vitamin D or something?
It does have all milk has even 2% has vitamin D.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know why I called the whole one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But Kahlua, vodka, which is Tito's, half and half. Do you know that if you put a little Coke in it, do you know what that's called?
What?
It's a dirty mother. So a little bit of Coke and milk isn't bad.
maybe that's
if
why
you
Pepsi-
mix Tito's and Kahlua.
Maybe that's why
Pepsi doesn't want to say what they're tired of people is putting Coke in their dirty mothers is what I'm trying to tell you. So Pepsi
Get
is
Pepsi.
doing a little bit of, hey, I can't just tell you to make your dirty mothers with Pepsi, but I want you to start putting Pepsi with your milk at the holiday season. And when you're 15 and you're drinking Pepsi and milk, what do you start drinking when you're 21?
What's that?
Dirty mothers.
I've got two fine Frito-Lay Pepsi products here, Fritos and Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
I didn't even know anybody drank ginger ale anymore.
I love a good ginger ale.
Dude, you are so bougie. You definitely go to some nice clubs with your parents and you order ginger ale, don't you?
No, I got that at Kroger.
Don't touch the dial. It's 77 degrees in the Mid-South on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Hey Memphis, I'm Regina Moore, owner of Chef Labels. Born and raised in the 901, I have so much pride for my city. So, my husband and I created a product Memphis can be proud of. Our award-winning spinach artichoke dip is on Walmart shelves now, and we need your help clearing the main. Let's show Walmart how Memphis come together for their own. Unlock the inner chef in you with Chef Labels.
The season has changed. You know how I know? It's finally here, the Family Leisure Christmas Sale. Excellent deals on pool tables, shuffleboards, and saunas. Oh, we're just beginning. Tired and sore from shopping? Check out the huge selection in stock of hot tubs and massage chairs. Oh, and you can surprise the kids with the best stuff, like a new arcade, a game table, even a play gym. Gifts for the whole family to enjoy and enjoy together. Also on sale, theater seating, outdoor kitchens and grills, patio furniture, and fire pits. Merry Christmas from our family to yours. That's Family Leisure of Memphis. Every year we wait. They always deliver. They've done it again. The Family Leisure Christmas Sale is happening at I-40 and Whitten Road. That's 2120 Whitten Road to be exact. That's the place of shopping heaven. Family Leisure, where family and fun all come together.
Chronic joint pain has a snowball effect. It's not just the pain.
What that did is just make me depressed that I couldn't get back into the gym, and I was inactive, gaining weight. I had to find another alternative.
And for Chad, that alternative was QC Kinetics and the non-surgical natural biologic treatments that can give lasting relief to aching hips, shoulders, knees, and backs.
Once they explained it, it made sense. Putting what we have inside our body back into us in a certain strategic way to heal up in a natural process was fantastic.
QC Kinetics treatments take place right in the office. No downtime, no surgery. And as for the outcome?
I'm just back to bouncing around, having fun, doing my work, living pain-free.
Don't let chronic joint pain rob you of your quality of life. Discover advanced regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics. Call now to learn more. It's a free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. 901-445-1010.
I'm with John Burgos from the world-famous Rendezvous in the Alley since 1948.
Brett, I want to talk about our seasoning and sauce today. Our sauce is a great blend of sweet, mustard, and vinegar. It's good on so many items other than barbecue. It's good on pizza. People use it in lieu of ketchup. But our seasoning is the original dry rub, created by my father using a mixture of Greek and Cajun spices. People think our sauce and seasoning are good just during the grilling season. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's good year-round. Our seasoning is good on fish, chicken, deviled eggs, corn on the cob, French fries. People even put a dash in a Bloody Mary. To get a complete list of all of our recipes using our products, go to hogsfly.com, click recipes, and you'll see 50 wonderful items and dishes. And Brett, our sauce and seasoning is available at most grocery stores, and if they don't have it, please remind your grocer to stock it. And our slaw is also available at most Kroger stores.
Thank you, John. The Rendezvous, Mr. Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous in the Alley since 1948 and celebrating its 75th year.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan hanging out with me. It is a beautiful Thursday in the Mid-South, 77 degrees, Jay. Did you know that?
Beautiful 77 degrees.
Beautiful day. We got to play some bets, y'all. You know we got the Bills, we got the Patriots. You know who has you covered if you have to be in the car. You can't watch your game on the TV. Don't worry, we got you covered right here at Sports 56. That's AM 560, 98.5 FM. As we got the game, pregame starting at 6:30. It's Bills, Patriots. For some reason, the Bills are only a 3.5-point favorite. This feels like Mac Noodle-Arm Jones versus Josh Allen. You want to put everything you got on Josh Allen because he's so big, he's so strong, he's a manly man. You got the noodle arm on the right side. Why would you bet on him? It's only because of the hoodie. It's only because of the hoodie. Have you ever heard that?
But the home team on a Thursday. Oh,
home
prime
team on a
time,
Thursday
man.
and a dog.
Yeah, but that's college. But I can't make that rule for the NFL. But
Why is there only one basketball game tonight, by the way?
I don't know. They don't want to compete with the NFL. Probably.
Is there an election or something?
No, literally. That's a good question. Literally every team played in the NBA last night, so it's probably because of that. Except for the Mavs. The Mavs didn't play
And
last
we
night.
can't make these NBA players who make tons of money play on a back-to-back.
Well, they play a lot of back-to-backs, but just not tonight.
Yeah, no, just kidding with you. I just wanted to see what your facial expression would. It told everything.
I'm making facial expressions for the radio.
By the way,
audience.
so you love a home dog in college.
In
By the
college
way,
football.
it was 77 degrees. They said it's not 77 degrees anymore. Do you know what the temperature is?
Like 40.
Oh, no, it's not.
42.
Hey, Steve, 901 Steve, do me a favor. Can you tell me the temp?
Time and temp. Isn't that our job to tell the time and temp?
Actually, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No, we're supposed to give them great content.
I got a bet for you.
All right, let's do it.
Mount St. Mary's tonight against St. Peter's. We all know St. Peter's went to the tournament, but Greg Peterson thinks they should be favored. Vegas has them as the 3.5-point dog tonight. I'm going to take Mount St. Mary's plus the 3.5 and on the money line tonight. How about that?
Bang, the money line. Woo, you better do it on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. And after you win that bet, do me a favor. Go to FrontierWesternStore.com because then you can do all your Christmas shopping for your entire family. Bing, bang, boom, done in one website. I'm telling you right now, they got you dressed from head to toe. They have all your jeans from Ariat to Miss Me to Girly Girl to Wrangler. Yes, you heard that right. They have everything in between as well. You heard it right because they have the girls, they have the boys, they have the ladies, they have the beautiful women's, they have the old people covered. From head to toe. The largest boot showroom in the entire world is down at Frontier Western Store. And if you want to walk in, you want to feel it, you want to touch it, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. For Jay, I'm John. Y'all get out there. Make this world a better place. See y'all on the flip side. Peace.